We're now driving after actually leaving Kota and Tivat. This is now the road towards towards Budva. Over this hill is Budva. And I never understood why there is not a 4-lane extension of this road. This is basically all the development land on both sides is there. And it's so logical from Tivat airport to have a 4-lane road here. Basically just, it doesn't need a highway or something. Just a normal extension on both sides of this road. Where is the problem? It's for me a mystery that this is not happening. And it's so logical. And I call the Montenegrin authorities to extend this road towards 4 lanes like they do it all over the Balkans. It's a very logical and easy thing to do. It's not very costly and it's very effective. You start in the Tivat airport, some kilometers back now, and you can basically, you have maybe to bypass one village, yeah, okay, good, and they are passing one of the Lastava basically, but the rest is until the hill over there. It's easy to do, the land is there, the progress, it's very simple to do, and it's long overdue. And then what we need in order to relieve Budva is something I have already outlined a lot of times, and it's also not happening, and that's also very worrying. You know, here the 4-lane extension, simply the increase on the side, and then you have some areas where you probably have to work with the landowners and to remove some of the objects, but very little, and that's very easy. And then you go with that one until the Yas beach, and in the Yas beach I will explain in a second when we are there what is the logic of going to do. It's not a highway which we need, but we need one more. And actually it's not this, or is it this one? Yes, exactly here. We are already here. So we need basically an upward road, a 4-lane road here to the Cetinje. You know, that's so logical and I don't know what they're waiting for. And I call here to make a big infrastructure hub. It's actually a very big infrastructure region already. They have the 400 kV line. And here, these hills, must be the access road, 4 lanes up to Cetinje. This is not so complicated. It can be maybe up there, maybe a 3-lane road, you know, let's make it that way, yeah. This is basically the 4-lane extension. We have it all over the Balkans. Now we have every city exit until a little bit further. And the exact entry of that one should be when we go, that's Lastava. So you basically do the 4-lane and then it must be that village up there, yeah. And there you do a similar road like you should have done it, and they have done it mostly 3 lanes. This typical Montenegro competent road building expertise of upwards winding magistrale towards Cetinje, and then connecting with the Cetinje road somewhere above Budva. And that's a very simple thing to do. Here they have already Ferraris, and yes, that's the thing. Yeah, good. And I will not stop calling for that, and I would be really interested why that's not happening. And if you see it here, basically it's also not so steep, yeah, that's the village up there, and basically you incline along this hillside. And on the other side there is the existing road over where the castle above Budva is. So can anybody explain me why this is not happening? No, because it's not logical that it's not happening. So 4 lanes exactly until this shopping center here. And then you have a big, roundabout, as you like it in Montenegro. And this roundabout should be basically happening. That's now 4 lanes here. Just imagine, can be easily extended on both sides. There is place, and then after this infrastructure junction, before on the right you go on the hills, and we will go into Budva. You make a big turnaround, and you basically build a highway up in the mountains. I would say highway, but a magistrale like this, like a typical way, like you have it everywhere. And that's the very logical thing. And then the people don't have to go into Budva. And the people from Podgorica can go to the Tivat airport as well. And then also to the Kota Bay. And Budva road is then, of course, relieved. And that's the coastal road you want to relieve, because here you can partly, yeah, exactly, that's the 3-lane magistrale, as I say. This one, but on the other side of the hill. Where is it? It's for me a mystery, because that's in the summer a real bottleneck because of the huge consumption of Budva. And that's so logical, and I cannot understand why they're not doing it, because they are very capable road builders. They have done it many times, and that's easy to do. That's, by the way, the water park of Chas. That is where all the big concerts are also taking place. And that's one of the biggest and most beautiful beaches of Montenegro. You will see it in a second. The Chas beach is simply amazing, and I love it. And I really love it a lot. And it's beautiful. And I call on everybody to come to Montenegro to see it and to understand it. And that's basically the beauty of the road to Budva. Here on this moment I will show you Budva as well, and it's very, very good. And I really love Montenegro, and it's a wonderful, beautiful country, and I will celebrate its EU membership, 20 years of advocating for that. The moment is now come to get this done, and it will be very, very good, and it will be very, very fine. And let's get it done. There's nothing to wait anymore. There's no reason to further delays, and we can do it very well in the coming years once we have had the wisdom to make the good decisions. But that's for infrastructure. Here, of course, you can extend it a bit wherever it's possible, 3 lanes, but it's not everywhere possible on the highway infrastructure, on the coast, on the magistrale infrastructure. And please, always when I talk about highway, I mean only one highway on the Adriatic coast. There should be no highway. It should be on the Trebinje-Niksic inland direction. There should be the big transit moving, and I hope that this will be reality very soon. Thanks a lot, and more to come from this wonderful country on the way to the EU. Bye.